Art is the next frontier for accessing and utilizing wealth in America.
Coaccession. Coaccession.
Can you tell me all about how you would animate coaccession?
It'd be the coolest thing, first off.
Coaccession, where you can have your Monet and your money too.
It's a wonderful idea. It will help democratize the wealth of art on a global basis.
Have your Monet and your money too with coaccession.
We can access wealth on the walls, access billions in the basements of the museums.
My friends are on to something. Coaccession?
I never say things, but I don't know what they mean.
Coaccession? You don't know what coaccession is? Coaccession's no day at the beach, but you can understand it. Yes, you can. If your museum should have its Monet and money too, coaccession's the tool for you.
Have your Monet and money too.
Coaccession separates the cultural value from the financial value so that a museum can have the cultural values and use the financial values.
And there's a lot to sing about here, Mark. It's really a fabulous idea. It's got kids and families and artists and musicians and dancers and everybody who wants to make the world a better place with I think, once exposed to this invention, we'll want to get behind it and share it and spread it virally throughout the world.
Coaccession mobilizes finance to elevate culture by separating out the rights that are important to a museum, like exhibition, research, conservation, from the right of possession, which is important to a collector.
Have your Monet and money too and access to wealth on the walls.
Museums accession objects into their collection and deaccession objects out of their collection, but up until now that's the only choices they've had. With coaccession, the museum can continue to have the object in its collection but own it jointly with a collector. This joint ownership means that the object is in the public domain. The museum can exhibit it, research and publish it, conserve it. It's available to the public, but the collector takes care of the object when the museum is not actively using it. The collector invests in that object and gets the capital appreciation that museums can't use, while the museum invests the money they get from the collector for the coaccession. The interest and dividends on the collector's money let the museum support its mission. It's like every object comes with its own endowment. Museums that have a valuable collection but have a very small endowment cannot do a lot with that collection now. However, if they coaccession the collection, the interest and dividends on the investments the collectors make in their collection will let them exhibit it more frequently, do more research, more publication, and conserve it better, especially because a lot of the conservation will be taken on by the collectors who also have an interest in taking care of that object as best they can. Taking care of the object as best they can is a key difference between coaccession and ordinary leasing. With coaccession, the collectors have permanent possession of the object, subject to recall by the museum, and since their possession is permanent, the collectors will take care of the object with permanency in mind. So, when coaccession lets a museum
have your Monet and money too,
it lets the museum keep the painting in the public domain and yet use its value to better fulfill its mission.
Noble idea. When we invest in art, we invest in ourselves, we invest in our neighborhoods, our communities, and we invest in the vision for a better world. So your patent, your technology, I think is very exciting, and I'm really happy to have stumbled into this and appreciate it very much.